What is up, guys? It's Mike from Caliber Gaming, and today we're going to talk about good content versus bad content. Let's go! Alright, before I get into the video, if you have any questions about literally anything on any of my channels, you can send me a DM. I read and answer every single one of them, so don't be afraid to send that to me. I've also established a Discord server specifically for you guys to reach out to me directly for advice on your channels. This is one-on-one help specifically designed to help you guys grow your channels. So definitely hit the Discord link in the description down below and join so that we can get started, you and I working together to try to make your channel better. Alright. Like I said in the intro, we're actually going to be exploring some of the good content and the bad content. And for this is going to be really painful for me because we're going to go all the way back to my first video on my Militia Gaming channel. This was 5 years ago that I put this video out there. We're going to go back to that video and then I'll show you a couple of other videos. We'll talk about some bad things that I was doing back then. I'm also going to show you some examples of some good content that I've got on my channel. And hopefully there's a lot more of that than the bad. All right, first up, let's go back to my oldest video. It's this guy right here, the most powerful, best warlock setup for Destiny 2 campaign PvE content. Man, what a title. All right, so the first thing that jumps out at me right away is that I don't have a thumbnail. Thumbnails are so important to the success of the video. This one doesn't have a thumbnail. It's my first video, so it is what it is. I was just getting into learning what I was trying to do. So first of all, no thumbnail. Now, I did stuff a lot of keywords into that title, even though the title makes absolute zero sense. If someone was looking for the most powerful, best warlock setup at the time, they would have found that video. But I just don't recommend keyword stuffing your titles. YouTube really doesn't like that too much. It also sort of confuses the user and makes them think like this title doesn't really make sense. It doesn't read. So you want to put as many keywords in your title as you can, but you need the title to make sense. It can't be this jumbled, most powerful, best warlock setup. It can't just be a bunch of keywords in a row. So that's the first thing. But let's open this video. Let's take a look at it and let's see what's going on here.
What's up, guys? It's Trigger from the MGC. I just wanted to share with you a super OP warlock setup for Destiny 2. It includes a couple of things. Number one, you're going to be running the Void.
All right, first of all, let's just talk about the audio in this video. The audio is so bad. I'm pretty sure I recorded this on one of my headphones, like an Apple, like just earbud headphone. It wasn't even like an actual headset. It was just my earbuds. I had it plugged into my laptop and then I was just recording the voiceover for that. I put that over gameplay, obviously, and the gameplay is okay, actually. The quality of it looks okay. I'm running it in 1080, so I actually had decent quality, but the audio is terrible. If I was looking for the best, if I was looking for the most powerful, best warlock setup in Destiny 2, I would have heard this audio and clicked off the video right away. And I'm really surprised that 813 people watched this video over the course of 5 years. It's just horrible. This is actually pretty funny. Let's continue.
Walker subclass. Take note of the bottom skill tree, the Devour perk, and the
Oh, first video and I've already got transitions. I think that's a base transition that's in iMovie. I was doing a lot of iMovie editing at the time, but I'll tell you what, that actually is not bad. It's a really quick, easy transition, and it's something that's in the program already, and that's a free program if you've got a Mac. So that's actually not a bad deal at all, and you can actually run iMovie on your phone. So that's something to think about. If you do have an iPhone, you can edit there. But it's so funny that this video starts out so bad. Like, personally, I wouldn't have went into this video. I would have left right away. I want to go back. That's horrible. So that's just a bad example of audio. Oh no, it scrolled me to the top. Give me 1 second. Made it. Anyway, my first video ever 5 years ago. I also made another video here. Again, no thumbnail. I thought this was a good picture at the time, but I'll tell you what, if I saw this in a list of videos with Sea of Thieves stuff on it, I wouldn't click on it. It just has no text on it. I don't know what the video is about just by looking at the thumbnail, and that's the biggest key to your thumbnail. You need to be able to tell the viewer within a couple of words, what is this video about, and do you want to click on it? That's what you need to decide right away when you look at a thumbnail, and that's what you're trying to get the viewers to decide when they're looking at your thumbnail. So this one, no thumbnail again. It's got an okay title, actually. Sea of Thieves gameplay. Is Sea of Thieves the most beautiful video game ever? Now, at the time, Sea of Thieves had just came out, so this video was semi-relevant, and as you can see, it got 1,300 views, and that's 5 years ago, so I'm sure there's been a few trickle views over the years, but it actually did okay for my second video ever. I just think if I would have put a nice thumbnail on there, we really could have seen a little bit better uptick in views. So let me move on. I did a lot of different content. This is actually another lesson for you guys. If you're struggling with what to make, you really just need to start making, because here's what I figured out. I figured out that Destiny content really wasn't for me. I did a few other videos like these 60-second thoughts. I did some how to find stuff in Destiny. I really tried a couple of different things with Destiny. It really wasn't going my way. I switched to Apex. I did headset reviews. I did Defiance 2050. I did unboxings. I mean, I was really all over the place. This is a Miramar good. Dude, what is this thumbnail? Is Miramar good or nah? All right, so anyway, I went all over the place with my different videos, right? I was all over the place. I did quite a few Apex videos as well. The thing is, you learn. That's the point of all of these videos. And I know that's tough to hear because everybody wants to put their best foot forward every single time they put a video out, but you really shouldn't be too concerned about having a perfect product right in the beginning. The thing is, your channel grows naturally once you figure out what your channel actually is. And it took me a long time to figure out what my channel was. Actually, it was about a year. I was making all of this content for about a year before I actually figured out my channel needs to be something that where the video goes off and I keep pushing that particular subject. And I love racing games. And so I got lucky with one of my Need for Speed videos, and then boom, I was off and running. So anyway, I just want to go back to these. These are all okay videos. Look at the thumbnails. This is a decent thumbnail. This Bloodhound, this Bangalore, this Caustic, those are really decent thumbnails. I would say this is what you're shooting for in the beginning. If you can make thumbnails that look like this in the beginning with your content, then I would say you're on the right track. Now, if you compare those to some of the thumbnails of my more recent videos, scroll up a little bit. See, even these, I actually like that Bangalore thumbnail better than some of these. You know, these thumbnails, you can read the text, but it's not super clear on all of these things. Like this one, bored, try this. That's a great thumbnail, because this was a big problem in Need for Speed, actually, that people were getting bored with the game quickly. I capitalized on that by giving you an option. You knew right away when you looked at this video that you were gonna get something to do with Need for Speed, something that you could do within the game that would keep you from getting bored, because there were a lot of people that were bored at the time. And look, this video has almost 900,000 views. So this is something that I just nailed it all around. The thumbnail, the title, and the video itself delivers on what I was talking about in those two things. So that's what you want to do with that if you can. I'm going to scroll up even farther. We're going to look at some of the more recent games, or the more recent content. These thumbnails are way better. Now look at the background. We've got a lot of blurred backgrounds in a lot of these, and I'm just putting a car and text. That's it. It's really simple. It's easy to read. My 4 favorite Rumble builds. Like look at the thumbnail. Perfect. It's just simple. It tells you what game is there. It tells you exactly what the video is going to have, and the background is not even in the photo. I mean, we put the text over everything on the background. So great isolation with the subject, and then you have the text to supplement that. So great job there. Now, I want to talk a little bit more about titles, because sometimes titles can be the thing that deters someone or gets them to actually click on the video. I've said this in the previous video. The thumbnail and the title's job is to sell the video, and then the content is to deliver what you sold. All right, here is my most popular videos. Now, as you can see, they're mostly Need for Speed Heat. I've got one Unbound video in there, which is great because Unbound's only been out for 4 months. So this video is 4 months old, 400,000 views. Now that's not a flex. I'm just saying there's something about this video that just hits home with a lot of people. Now look at the thumbnail, just simple, 30 hours played, here's what I think. And that's it. And I actually made the title the exact same thing, because you really didn't need to sell this anymore. When you read that on the thumbnail, That's all you need to know. Let's go into this video just a little bit. Welcome to the Militia Gaming community. I'm Trigger, and I've played 30 hours of Unbound, so let's talk about the good and the bad. Let's go! The intro sells the video once more. It just tells you exactly what you're getting. Before I get into the video, I just want to say thank you so much for joining me. I know there's a lot of Unbound content on the internet right now, and I'm really... This is huge. Right after the intro sequence, I try to thank the viewers. I don't do it every time. A lot of times I shout out something differently, or I, make a plug for something else. But in this video, I actually thank the viewers for just being there. It's super important that everyone feels welcome. Glad you're here watching this video, so thank you so much. I've also got a lot more Unbound content coming your way, as I plan on covering the game in depth. All right, that's an important part. I plan on covering the game in depth. This is important for a lot of people. That line right there actually will get you subscribers. Now, in this video, I want to go into my analytics real quick and see how many subscribers I've gotten from this 400,000 view video. Yeah, just as I suspected, over 1,000 subscribers just with this one video. Now, it does have quite a few views, and that's why you're getting subscribers, but that line helps. That line in the beginning of the video, it really helps. I'm not telling people that they should subscribe. All I'm saying is that if you like this content, you should keep watching my content, because I'm gonna do a lot more of this. That's all it is. 30 seconds into the video and I'm already into the meat and potatoes of the video. That is super important in my opinion. I think it does depend on how entertaining you are, and I'm not the most entertaining person. So for me, I like to get into the subject quickly. I don't want to spend a lot of time watching a video personally that I'm not that interested in. I know people are interested in what I'm saying in this video, but if I were to take 2, 3, 4 minutes to get to what I was trying to say, I think a lot of people would click off the video. So only 30 seconds in, I'm already into the meat and potatoes. And even that, I think sometimes people will comment like, hey, the video starts at 30 seconds, which I get it. You guys don't want to waste any time. And this is a 13-minute video, so we're not going to watch the whole thing. But I just wanted to mention that about it. This is important. You want to get into the meat and potatoes of your content right away if you can. All right, the last thing I want to talk about before I go for this video, because I could literally do this all day long. I'm watching my own content. I'm just super egotistical, I guess. But this video, Need for Speed players will love this. The #1 reason why Need for Speed players will love the Crew Motorfest. Now, this video came out a month ago. This is something I did when the Crew Motorfest was announced. I felt the need to talk about the Crew Motorfest, even though my channel is very Need for Speed. All of my audience, for the most part, came to me from Need for Speed for this channel, and they're not real interested in other games. And the Crew Motorfest is going to be available on all platforms. It's also an arcade racer. It's also a competitor for Need for Speed. And so I want to cover that game in the future. And so I decided to do a video. Now, the reason this is important, and it's the whole reason I'm telling you this, is because what I did here was actually gear this video that's about the crew to fit a Need for Speed audience. Need for Speed players will love this. I just made the video about the crew, but it's geared and sold to Need for Speed players. Does that make sense? This is sort of a way to branch out. And if you get stuck doing a game that is starting to fall apart, or is a game that just doesn't get any updates, or you're not seeing good results with and you want to switch, but the entire audience that you've built is on that specific game, you can sort of push people into other content by doing something like this. It's basically taking a look at another game through the lenses of a Need for Speed player, and that's why I really like this. It's just a neat trick. You can do this with your own content, but just remember, if you get stuck making content that you don't want to make and you want to be more creative with something else, there are ways to sort of branch out or sort of pivot your content. All right, guys, if you have any questions about anything that I'm doing, you can send me a DM on Twitter, Discord, or Instagram. All of those links are in the description down below. Like I said, I answer every single DM personally. I read it, I go through it, and I'm offering one-on-one help with your channel in our Discord. There's a link in the description for that as well. Just go in, get your roles, and link your content so that I can check it out and give you some feedback. I think that's it for this one, guys. I really appreciate you coming by, and I will catch you on the next video. I don't know how to end my content yet. Bye. This is that 1v1 help that I'm trying to... 1v1? What? Me versus you, man. You can... Man, what am I trying to say? Get it out. Pizzo pizzo. We'll visit a couple of videos from the future. From the future? We're We're gonna time travel in this video, just so you guys know.